Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the NBC Good Morning American show. Today, we are going to talk about the positive and negative factor of globalization. Globalization is the rapid movement of ideas, attitudes, and values cross the national borders. Globalization is a process that we can't stop it. It's sharing ideas, technology, information around the world. Now I am going to introduce the Professor Malak.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you.
Professor Malak is a global health statistics professor. She will talk about the positive factor about globalization. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And now we have another special guest, the Dr. Ganti. Dr. Ganti? Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
How are you? Good. Thank you for enjoying us. Down, please. Dr. Ganti is an anthropologist, and she working in the survived cultures on the world. Okay, and she will talk about the negative factor of globalization. Thank you for your ask, and start with you, Professor Malak.
First, welcome everyone, and nice to see you, Nelly. Let me talk. Today I'm gonna talk about the positive effects of globalization. But first, let me say what's globalization mean by giving an example. For example, if you look at your tag on your tag shirt, that it's on your shirt, you may see that it's not made in your country that you live in. It may be made in other countries such as China, Japan, United States, other places. So what I'm trying to say that this shirt, before it reached you, maybe it was made of cotton. It could have been made of China cotton and sewed in Thai hands, and then shipped to France, and then export to the United States, and then you just got it from the store. So that is an international exchange, and it's a good example for globalization too. So that's what I'm trying to say, and just a good example of globalization, how the world became smaller. From all around the world, you could just get that shirt and wear it. So one positive effect also, I want to say that globalization.
The globalization is a positive thing. Is, for example, we see the gym for a long time. All people thought it's only a makeup fashion store, but now you can find gym everywhere. In China, in United States, in South America, everywhere. And then, Professor?
Right, you're right. The positive effect that I want to talk about is that globalization has allowed for. Okay, guys, I really forgot. So one positive effect of globalization that it has allowed for the separate customs, products, and languages. What I'm trying to say that now people have it has allowed for people to attend goods and services and not privately available. For example, if you go to any country, you can see Coca-Cola. Also McDonald's restaurants, KFC, everywhere. You can see it. You can find it in the major cities in the whole, all around the world.
For example, this is the sushi. 10 years ago, you can eat sushi in Japan. Now you can eat sushi in America.
Right. That's totally
in
right.
Mexico, in Peru, everywhere. And Dominican Republic too. You can find sushi.
Yeah,
There
you're
is-
absolutely right. Also, the second, which I'm going to talk about, the second positive, that globalization has allowed to become familiar with culture and languages and other religion too. For example, you cannot know a lot of information about other culture and other religion without globalization and without the social media, without the media and the TV shows and everything like that. It gives a lot of information how to act with other cultures, other religions, and you can hear a lot of tradition stuff that is weird. You
Yes.
know,
Oh, yeah, no, for example, last night I saw on the internet about the Chinese traditional festival. Wow, it's amazing. A lot colorful dress, the people enjoy this time. It's amazing how now we can
You're totally
share culture, languages, traditional. It's nice. It's so very
Right.
nice.
Also, what you're saying is really right. It's really right. But I'm gonna try to say, like, for example, if in my country, if someone told me, "Hi, how are you? How you doing?" A strange person, I would like, "I'm sorry, do I know you?" So I would be not comfortable with that. But I know in the United States, because of the social media, and this has changed, and all the world is open together and works together and connect together. I can know, and I was really sure that some strange person would come and say, "Hi, how are you? How you doing?" Even if he was strange, I was sure of that. Yeah. So that's a really good example of like how we can by using this globalization, how it changed the word and became a smaller word. Also, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is social media. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all these social media, the smartphones, network, it changed the world. It changed it from that big world to a small city that everyone knows a lot of things about each other. Also, if something like a news happened in the United States, something problem happened in the United States, all other countries will hear about it
I have the
because of the
information
media.
in this time.
That's what I'm talking about. Because of the media, everyone will hear what's happening in the United States or other different countries.
In the invent or the new discovery on medicine field, technology, social media, we can change between countries,
Right.
and make this world very small place to live.
You are right. Also, the last thing that I'm gonna say about this, some people may feel that the negative effects of globalization is greater than the positive effect. However, globalization made the life easier for human, and also it made it became people became more open-minded. That means they know what they're doing. Is it right or is it wrong? Like that by the social media. And
Yeah, I know
globalization.
everything on the life have positive and negative.
Perfect.
The people have the decision what side we take, or positive or negative. Now is the Dr. Ganti trying to explain about the negative effect about globalization.
There are many negative effects of globalization, but I will only talk about four today. One is people are converging around the globe, which give room to viruses like AIDS. And these viruses is being spread from one country. And this virus is being spread from one country and now is in all over the countries around the globe today. So because of one country, virus being transported from one place and is now in all over the country. So these are the negative effects of globalization. And the second thing is that in order to cut down cost, companies have moved their businesses to overseas, like developing countries, maybe like China, India,
Yeah, USA.
and internet disseminating information has influenced people. But people have been attracted by the beautiful advertisement they're doing on the internet. They've been influenced. So because of that, fast food chains like McDonald's, KFC, as my friend said, they're spreading rapidly around the globe today. and people, because of that, people are eating junk food. Like it is giving people food that is having a bad effect on their health. And not only concerning the health alone, they're giving people food which is against their religion. For example, McDonald's had to be fined for serving beef in the people's hamburger, and we all know that Indians don't eat beef. So these are all the negative effects of globalization. And another thing is that globalization has incidentally helped criminals and terrorists.
Oh yeah, this is a good point.
So,
Continue.
in the heart of globalization is for people, food, and materials to move freely across the border. But 9/11 is a terrible example of how people with evil intention have made use of this opportunity, and they cause a lot of damages. So this is another effect of globalization.
Yeah, I know the globalization negative thing is that, for example, some virus or disease is on China who Chinese another country easily. Yeah, this is right.
Yeah.
It's right.
And not only the developing countries complaining about the negative effect of globalization, the developed country as well is complaining about the negative effects of it. And the most complaints about globalization, the negative effects of globalization is that the rich are becoming richer while the non-rich are becoming poorer. So this has created a big gap between the rich and the poor. So those are the negative effects of globalization on people.
Yeah,
So,
in some country, poor country, big company use children to work and pay very low salary. I think in development country, the government, the law need to protect their citizens. Okay, but this is real. The globalization is real process that we need to learn, and we need to copy the positive things of the globalization. Okay, thank you, Dr. Malak. Thank you, Dr. Ranti, for enjoying us. And I hope, my dear friend, that you have a clear idea about the positive and negative factor about globalization. We need to enjoy our life in this wonderful world that we live. Thank you, and see you in another time.
Thank you for having us.